everybody, and warm welcome to my channel, Tarot by Izabela. I hope you're all doing great, even if we live in very turbulent and troubling times for the moment. And today's video will be a highlight video for the country of Slovakia, a little country in Central Europe. And I will do this video with the help, or this reading with the help of my crystal ball, my tarot cards, oracle cards, and some dice. And here in front of me I have a little map of Slovakia. Since I don't know so much about Slovakia and the towns and places, so I can, if I see something special, I can more pinpoint that event out on a map. I also have some papers here with some short information about Slovakia that I want to read before we start this reading. And Slovakia has been a little bit in the news lately since they had an election not long time ago, and a pro-Russian person was elected as a leader. And what he states is that he will do everything in his power to kickstart a Russian-Ukraine peace talk. And that doesn't go so well with the rhetorics of the rest of the Western world. So, about Slovakia then. It doesn't have so many people, a little bit over 5 million, 5.4 million. And they are mainly Christian people. And it lies in the Central Europe. And it's a very beautiful country with valleys and mountains and rivers. And they have many neighbors. We have Poland and Czech Republic, Austria, Hungary, and Ukraine. So they are surrounded by many countries. And many foreigners still replace it with its ancestor, Czechoslovakia, which ceased to exist on the 1st of January 1993. In spite of that, the relationship between Slovakia and the Czech Republic is fantastic and companionable. So there was a bigger country, the Czechoslovakia, but they split up in Czech Republic and Slovakia. And Slovakia is a member of EU since 2004. Considered quite safe country. And it has very beautiful nature, as I said. And in their wild regions of Slovakia, you can find wolves and bears and lynx and many wildlife. And they have fantastic national parks. Yeah, and Robert, I don't know if it's right pronounced, Fico, was the one who won this election. Okay, that was just a little short info. But let's start the reading. The highlights for Slovakia. First, I'm going to concentrate for a few moments on my crystal ball, and then we'll see what we can find. Okay, just give me a few seconds and soon we'll begin. For Slovakia. Let's see if we can find some interesting highlights. The first thing, I get a strong feeling here that most of the Slovakian people, they want to be left alone. from the world's conflicts and strange affairs. They want to live their lives. Please don't don't let us into any of your strange mess. Mm-hmm. And I see like life will continue as it has been. I also see there's many Slovakians' border being closed. They will not allow too much immigrants to enter the country. And they're quite proud people of their culture and language and so on. They don't want to get it too much mixed up with other cultures. I see the tourism in Slovakia will expand, and a lot of people will visit Slovakia for the beauty of its nature and a lot of old buildings and a lot of Slavic culture. From the beginning of next year, I see sometime in spring, I see their economy gonna like expand and become much, much better than it was before. And I see the leaders from Slovakia, because it could be some kind of coalition government, gonna shake hands with the leaders from the country R. Some here in a mountain region in the center of the country. There will be more rains than other places. And this could cause some kind of, not earthquake, but more landslide, due to the heavy rains. There is a lake, a river somewhere here. And unfortunately, some houses could be very damaged. Couple people will lose their lives, but I don't see it as a very, very big disaster. In the capital, Bratislava, under the ground, I see strange tunnels, strange activity. Very dark, sinister things have been going on. And I see a red cross, symbolically a red cross on that tunnels. It's like they're closed, they're out of business, they're not functional anymore. And this will also be talked about. It will come up to the open. 2 people in high political positions in Slovakia will be arrested for treason, for fraud, for very, very serious crimes. On the border to Hungary, somewhere here, I see some kind of a mutual military exercise with Slovakian military and military from Hungary. And I also see like a big ring of prostitution is gonna be taken down, since many of those victims in that ring are innocents. They are there against their will, and they are forced to do these things. And this will be taken down, and it's totally over 1,000 women, mainly women, involved in this. Overall, I see the people of Slovakia quite strong together. They will, I say, try to preserve their country, their culture, as much as is possible. And more people are being awake in Slovakia. They discuss things that was not discussed before, and more people question things. Why is it like that? Think for yourself. And there are a lot of people with very high education in Slovakia, and a lot of intellectual discussions, and more different opinions than the Western narrative will be allowed in the press, in the television, in the news. So it will be debates, discussions, and different kind of views will be allowed. And those different kind of views will have very good points that the narrative cannot argue against. In the future, a certain Mr. T, that have been a ruler, president before in the US, will visit Slovakia in the future. Okay, that was what I could see in my crystal ball. Let's continue to the cards. Since Slovakia has the border to Ukraine, they have also taken a lot of refugees from Ukraine. When this conflict soon will be over, a lot of people will return to their home country because they will feel it's safe to go back. For Slovakia. Just a few more, and we'll see what the cards have to say. And finally, some dice. Blank one. Okay, and the cards look like this. In the tarot cards, we have 10 of Swords, 2 of Wands, 3 of Cups, 7 of Coins, and 2 of Coins. On the Oracle cards, we have Resurrection, Surrender to Change, Trust, Let It Go, a Compass, and Judge. And then on the dice, we have a person knocking down a vase from a table, a bicycle, sour, crack, and a giraffe. And this comes back to what I said, like the people are tired for all the conflicts all around in the world. They just want to live peacefully, live their lives as they have done, without getting involved in too much of the craziness that is going on. For the moment, people are struggling with economy. Everything is expensive, also in Slovakia, like in many countries. The salaries doesn't really give you all what you need always. But somehow people will get along, manage this. And they try to be friends with their surrounding countries. And the whole Europe is changing. We are undergoing a big change, not only for Europe but the whole world. And this change will also be felt and seen in Slovakia. Since we have the Judge and sour and crack, so something that is not so pleasant, not so good, is also is also there in Slovakia, or going on. And this Judge, they have like a compass. They're trying to find whatever is not clean, whatever is not good, evil. The military or some kind of intelligence are also trying to find out where that crack is. And we have the giraffe, so they're looking from a high position on many places. And it's a matter of time where the justice will also come to Slovakia for those who have committed very horrible crimes. The economy will change for the better, that people will not have to struggle so much. They could live more healthy, balanced lives. Okay. Now I'm gonna take some last cards for highlights on Slovakia. Is there any last important information to be said? For Slovakia. Just have to mention, I see a man on a very, very beautiful horse, and this horse will win some very important competition, international competition. And this horse with his rider will become quite famous in Slovakia. So some competition where you use horse, someone that rides the horse, could be jumping or running, I don't know exactly, but he will win that competition and will be celebrated as a hero, both horse and rider. Okay, some last words for Slovakia. Just take the guys also. Here we have 3 of swords, 2 of coins, 9 of coins, 3 of wands, 5 of cups, the moon with different phases, and last, and a man who's showing empty pocket. So this, I strongly get a feeling that Slovakia don't want to contribute with money, more money to any conflict, to EU, to NATO, or anything. They say we don't have the money, we need it to our own people. So a change in their economical view on things will come, and they say no, we don't give any money, our people need it. And within a month, some important news will come out from Slovakia. The country as whole will blossom. We have 9 of coins. So people will feel secure in the country and will feel that they can live quite well there. I have to take one card here on the 5 of Cups. What is this about? This is that many think they don't have a job or they're difficult to find a good job. But on that card we have 8 of Wands, the Magician, and the King of Cups. So many new jobs will be created, or many new jobs will come, and it will feel like, how is it possible? And people will be able to live from that salary on those jobs. So some kind of economical reforms for the better is waiting ahead for Slovakia. Well, that was my reading for Highlights Slovakia. And if you have liked what you have seen and heard, please don't forget to press like button, share button, and subscription button. And to all of you viewers and wonderful Slovakian people, stay strong, stay together, help each other, be proud of your country, of your culture, and try to take care of your nation, as you are talking about at the moment, it seems. Better times are coming, and prosperity will also cover your country, beautiful country. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we're gonna see each other soon again. Bye bye.